Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So today I'm going to try and give you guys a tour of the plot how it's looking now. We got into that nice, I say nice, that really horrible cold period of kind of minus temperatures where everything starts dying on you. I mean, this Allotment of the Dead is very quickly becoming Allotment of the Dead and dormant at the moment as things kind of get to that winter period and start doing what they should be doing really around this time of year. Nothing lasts forever, as they say, and there are certain plants that will grow in winter, and we'll try and grow a few of those. We've got the garlic in the ground and that sort of thing. But there's loads of things that that really do not like this weather very much at all. Before I show you the plot, just want to thank you guys for coming over to the channel. So there's quite a few new subscribers. So thank you very much for coming. We'll try and hopefully give you something from this channel to keep coming back. If I'm doing something wrong, please let me know, because it's the easiest way to learn is by knowing the mistakes you're making. But thanks very much to Tony for giving my channel a mention. It's been really appreciated, and I'm so glad he enjoyed the jam. I mean, the jam really, for me, after I kind of absconded with all of his chilies, was something I definitely knew I needed to do for him. So sending a couple of jars up to him, and probably that jar's not going to last him very long at all. But I'm so glad you enjoyed that, buddy. The other one that he's given away, I really hope whoever it goes to likes it, because the one thing that when you make these sort of things that you want is for the person that actually has it to actually enjoy that particular experience. Because eating chili jam sometimes is an experience. Just as a heads up, it's fantastic on toast. It's great for the a little bit of cheese and crackers and things like that. So all of those sort of things, it's great. What you can also do, which one of the guys that work with me has been doing with his children, he's got basically a small jar of chili jam off me, is they've been using it as a dip. So they've been sticking it on their plates when they've had chips and things like that, and dipping it into the chili jam with chips. And again, he's saying that they can't get enough of it. They're all asking me for more. So I've got a few chilies left. We'll see if we can make some more for them. But yeah, it's been quite an experience in terms of the people that have had this off me. Have really enjoyed it. The one jar of Tony's jam that I have left, I've got one in a little bit. I'm keeping it. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to do a three-way taste test. I've got my original cayenne peppers that I used for the jam that I originally gave Tony when I was up there. I've got the ones made from his chilies, which were mostly Sugar Rush, so Sugar Rush stripy. Again, Sugar Rush chilies make a really fantastic chili. Really fantastic chili jam. And the other one I've got is I've made a jam out of lemon drop chilies, so they've got a nice citrus taste to them. So hopefully that will come through in the jam. So I've got 3 to taste, so I'm going to taste all 3 together on a video. And Tony's saying that his chilies probably taste better than mine. We'll give that a go, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, on with the tour. We'll show you what we're doing now. All the best, guys. Okay, so I cut the josta berries back quite heavily last year. I'm still in 2 minds whether or not I want them to continue to grow. I mean, the bits on the floor here, the kind of remnants of that, and the grapes I cut back, which I kind of decided now I'm going to get rid of those this year. And like we say, we're going to try and plant some of the blackberry in the ground where these are, or where they were. Hopefully we'll get some decent blackberry fruit off there. So the other night I weeded this area here, so the couple of raised beds. The one that's still left over there has got a few parsnips in. Whether or not they're going to be any good, I don't know. They don't look like they're getting any sort of size at the moment, but we'll have to see. I think I'll top that bed up this year, and then try maybe something new in there. The little lonesome bucket over there had my rosella in it, and that frost, all the frost that have come in of late, has taken it. I think they usually prefer a little bit warmer weather. They've always done better in the polytunnels, so I think probably going forward I'll probably try and pot a few and stick them in the polytunnels. Okay, my buddleia needs cutting back, but that's a job for kind of January, February, according to the expert, and I'm no expert. So flower bed in front of the aubergine house. Still got the nice little lights in here. They're coming on every night still at the moment, so that's quite nice. And the hellebores, hopefully they'll be coming into flower anytime now. And you can see there's a few self-seeded foxgloves there, which will probably give us some decent flowering spikes next year. That little bit of colour, these roses is probably about the third or fourth flush from these. So this was the kind of the pinky red variety. Unfortunately, I think, other than the bit that's growing from the base, I think I've probably lost the white one, but we'll see how that goes. A few bin bags to take down the tip. As with every allotment, it's always a work in progress. These are all kind of the perennial weeds, and the tomatoes with the blight and stuff like that. I generally take them down to the tip. My brassica house, still quite a bit in there that I can harvest. So these kind of beautiful kale plants, and they've again done really, really well. Right. As we move into the again, just see some of the colours on these kale, absolutely gorgeous. There might be a couple of heads of cabbage in there that might still be salvageable. We'll have a look at this particular area over the next couple of weeks. Okay, let's go into the aubergine house. Oh, before we go in, there we go. There is my my lilies. So I think I'm going to have to chop them down to the ground, and again, we'll bring those inside into the into one of the houses. Probably stick it in the aubergine house here. One thing that they do well over that kind of winter period, as long as they've got a bit of shelter. I don't usually take them out or save them anywhere. Okay, into the aubergine house. So the kiwi has died back. It's deciduous, so I'm expecting it to have died back a bit. Hopefully it hasn't been killed or anything. And again, the kiwi berry in this corner, again, I need to kind of tidy that up a little bit. All these jobs that need doing. Fortunately, very little time to do at the moment with work, but there we go. So some of the things I've planted. So these are the Golden Beauty Chinese cabbage. They've done really well in terms of germinating. They don't always do well when I plant them on, but we'll see this year. And the Wongback as well. So these are two Chinese cabbages. So hopefully we'll get something from these. And again, we've got the Mizuna and everything coming there as well. We should have some bits and pieces to plant on. They look a bit pale. I'm wondering whether there is enough light at this time of year. Maybe not, but they'll have a fighting chance anyway. No sign of growth from my sweet peas yet. But again, I'm maybe not expecting too much at the moment. They will grow. They just take a little bit of time, that's all. Temperature-wise in here, I think we've got down as -4. I think that might have been last night. It's really, really cold last night. Okay, let's reset that. Let's see how it goes overnight. So it's currently 7 degrees in here at the minute. So again, not a massive amount of temperature in here. Okay, let's step back out. Okay, my little kind of wild type strawberries. I've had a couple of baskets of these for a while. They don't give me much fruit. They do give me some. I need to figure out something to put into the hanging baskets this year as well. Right, so I've tied in the tayberries. Again, there's another buddleia here, which are again February wise. We'll prune that back. So your tayberries and your loganberries, they're all nicely tied in. So this is the actual canes that actually grew this year. So these were kind of fresh canes. So we chopped the old ones out because they won't give any more fruit. So the new canes are the ones that hopefully should fruit this year. One of the first poison gardens. So we've got the wild type foxglove. Again, we need to probably chop that down to the ground, and we've got these lovely weird looking seed pods of the aconitum. I might just let them self-seed in this area because I don't grow much in the way of vegetables and things in this area. This really is a kind of poison garden area, really. Okay, and seems like it's still trying to grow, but this is the bear's breeches that again is gone to the stage where it's died back. My dahlias have all died off with that frost. So what I need to do with these is dig them out, check them all, make sure they're all okay. No soggy ones, no soft ones, and try and get those in the dry before we plant them out again next year. The sugar cane, I know we'll try and bring that back. I'm just going to chop it down to the ground. Hopefully it'll grow back from the roots. And there's my little Nemesia kind of hiding underneath this lovely cottager kale, which is really coming to its own now. It does really well in the winter months. Doesn't go to seed. And you get these fantastic leaves, which again, they stay quite sort of succulent even in the frosts. Definitely going to have to remove what's left of my castor bean plant. So again, died back. Another nice bed to weed. Okay, so this was my hotbed. Not done much with it this year. I might try and add a bit more manure and see. You need kind of the fresh manure really to get that heat up. Again, we'll try and do something with that in the springtime. Into a couple more beds. So still got a couple of things to plant. So a couple more foxgloves and a couple of the euphorbia there, and this nice cotton Easter. Again, I think it's supposed to be evergreen. They end up with some nice berries on these usually. Plenty of weeding. I've left this one purposely because I didn't want to get anywhere close to the compost bin over there because of the wasps that were there. I might have a look, see if they've died down a bit. It could be that it's got too cold for them now, so they might have gone to hibernate or disappear somewhere. We'll give that a go. Into the other poison garden. So again, it's that time of year, everything started dying back again. So we had that nice second flush of the foxgloves, and so they finally decided to go. And again, the aconitum, we'll cut those down to the ground. They can go in the compost, they won't do any harm. And try and plant up the other ones in this area. But again, next year, hopefully, we should have some really nice plants here when they start coming out. Again, the hellebores, they call them the winter rose. So again, they should be coming into flower at some point shortly. Hopefully they will. Again, you can see this lovely leaves of this nice bear's breeches. This was a white variety. Seems to be a bit overshadowed by this wild type foxglove, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, right, I'm going to try and get a bit closer to the ground on this one so you can see these lovely, there we go. So we got life from the garlic. So the garlic has decided to pop its head up. I've got a few weeds popping their heads up there as well. And we'll try and put a hoe round and see how we get on. So Sprint is the first one to come up. Sprint by name and Sprint by nature. So, but the rest of them are catching up. There's a few of the others poking their heads up. It just takes a little bit more time sometimes for some of them. Okay, and the chives have gone to seed. So you got these lovely little like onion seed. same family. So these lovely little onion seeds. And my cola plant, again, I don't know whether this will survive. But there's still green on it. What we'll do is, and this nemesia as well, we'll chop them down to the ground, and we'll see if they come back. Again, a few more of my jostaberry branches to get rid of. Looks like I've got a lot of tip runs to do over the next few weeks to try and get this sorted. Right, my neighbour needs a bit of work on theirs as well, I think, but there we go. It's that time of year. Right, we'll go into the new build. It's just going to look like I've got bin bags everywhere. Not my intention, but I say we'll get rid of those. So this lovely bath of strawberries. We need to get rid of the old leaves and things. But I might leave them for a bit, and then we'll try and get some straw in there just to give them a little bit of protection. And we'll go into the, excuse the dead body in the corner. It's a remnant from Halloween, not got rid of. So the laburnum has probably just started to die off now as well. I'm hoping that will come back, we'll see. And the Brugmansia, which I was hoping to see if it would actually give us any late flowers. Unfortunately, that -4 really kind of took it out. That being said, -4 in the other house, this one was only 0, so this is keeping a bit more temperature. I mean, this is 6 degrees though. It was 7 degrees over in the aubergine house. So my tromboncinos, again, just need to make sure we check these over, make sure there's nothing soggy bits. I mean, there's a couple of soggy bits on some of them, so there's some I'm going to have to get rid of, or at least chop the parts off. This is one of those good vegetables, if you actually slice into it, it'll actually reseal itself, so you don't have to throw the entire thing away. And again, my pumpkins. So this is where I had my sweet corn, and they were all nicely drying until we end up with a rat problem. So this was just all bark chippings, so you can see the soil there, which means something's been digging in here. So yeah, unfortunately I lost every single one of my popcorn kernels. Oh well, next year I'll remember this, and hopefully if I grow corn next year, move everything inside a little bit earlier. Right, the cilantro, again, I wasn't expecting too much from this time of year. This is a tropical plant. I'm surprised I've got any leaves left at all, but again, what I'll do is I'll try and harvest these, and I might put them in a nice chili sauce. Actually, that should go quite well. I've got some lemon drop chilies that I need to make into a sauce, so we'll see how that goes. Right, let's go back out. So I have managed to clear the tomato bed and dug it all over, although I've still got some dock leaves trying to come back. And the fennel, again, I planted it quite late, but there's just like something there. Whether or not they're going to be usable now with the frost kicking in, I don't know. They look a bit when something kind of, the cold gets something, you get that look about it. So some of them have got that, but let me know, is this something that will grow in cold weather like this? I'm not very good with fennel. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so again, I managed to dig over this area. So this had the sweet corn in it this year, and I've left the chard. I mean, that gorgeous looking sunset pink chard there, gorgeous colour, and the leaves are fantastic on it. Again, go really well. Nice bit of sauteed chard, goes well with a lot of meals. Planted some more over here as well, so we'll leave them to it. We'll harvest a bit of that when we need it. Self-seeded spinach, again, I didn't plant the spinach, I don't know where it's come from, but it is what it is, so we'll take that. Gifts from from nature. And the neighbours' raspberries, it looks like I've got raspberries again next year. I did try and dig some out on this end. They've all come from this nice little area here. He's had raspberries here for probably over 10 years, probably quite a long time. But raspberries, like I said in one of my videos, they don't like to stay where you put them. They generally spread everywhere, really. So here's my blackberry. So my blackberry's all nicely tied in. Again, the old wood's been chopped out and the new canes have been tied in, ready for next year. Again, more bin bags. Okay, I'm going to have a massive tip run. Get rid of these. So the beds here are generally okay. We just need to replenish them with some nice mulch of probably manure or something like that, just so they're ready for next year. And my mulberry, again, deciduous, so it is going to be dropping its leaves. Giving that opportunity, I think, probably to get rid of the bindweed that seems to be growing through there. Always tries to get it to its highest position so it gets the sun, but we'll actually get that out as well. And again, I'm probably going to have to chop this back a little bit because I need to control it so it's away from the paths. Okay, so they've already got some nice little buds on them though. So again, this is going to do really well next year as well, I hope. So it's all nicely grown still. So my polytunnels then, so this is kind of the last part of the tour. And we'll go into the one we previously designated jungle. So everything really has been cut back here. I think I might have some giant red mustard growing, although there's quite a few weeds around as well, so I might need to let them get a bit bigger before I can figure out which is which. And again, they probably need a little bit more water. I'm surprised this has actually stayed so dry, really. And again, a couple of the potted plants that I've got, so the Wagelia here and the nice little lilac, which hopefully when it gets going should give you some really nice smell. It's one of these really aromatic plants that it's supposed to be one of the most highly scented flowers you can actually see. Brugmansia, I was going to chop it out completely, but I saw these nice little things still trying to grow, and I thought, okay, I might try and overwinter it. But again, that really cold weather has probably not made that a good opportunity or a good chance of doing. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to leave it. Okay, so nice another little area I need to grow in. So the -4 last night, these were looking okay probably a couple of days ago. So that kind of overnight real horrible strong frost that we had is literally taking these out now. Any plans I had of overwintering is gone completely out the window now. So you can see all the actual plants have wilted, and all I'm going to have to do now is try and harvest what I can from these. There's still plenty I can use, albeit some of them might be feeling a bit solid or soggy. If they freeze, they kind of go soft when they defrost, but I don't know, they're looking okay. So we'll harvest those. I've got plans to make a habanero jam, so we'll try and do that. Okay, so the radishes, again, I only planted them a couple of days ago, so no sign of life yet. I'm not expecting too much. Right, we'll go into the final polytunnel, and again, it's looking like a wasteland of chili plants now. Gives you a chance of actually seeing some of the fruit a little better, because they do tend to hide around the leaves and things. So again, you get these lovely little lemon drop chilies, and The smell in here is quite intense still. You can smell the that real sort of capsicum kind of peppery smell. And again, I'm going to have to harvest everything in here. So again, you've got these nice little scorpion chilies, and I have harvested quite a few of these over time. It's just that these are kind of what's left. So the nice little peach sugar rush, and again, these Berraba brown done really well this year, and we'll see how that goes. So there's a few Komodo dragon, and again, a few other bits and pieces kicking around, but I haven't got much left. I did harvest quite a bit, so there's not much left in here, but we'll have to take what else we can. Like it's a self-seeded mustard over there in the corner. Needs a good tidy, but I don't know, might try and bring that round. And again, this plant here was one I was going to try and overwinter. I've got absolutely no chance of that now, but you get these absolutely really gorgeous size peppers. So this is a Bolivian hairy chili. I'm going to try growing this in a pot next year, just so I can try and see if I can overwinter it. So this was in the ground. This is kind of the best I've grown this year, but I say it's this cold weather has really hit it. And then a few sweet peppers still kicking around, including these nice Buena Mulata chilies. So these are actually, this is actually a Mulatto Islano. It's more like a sweet pepper, but again, really nice taste to it. But again, it's something I'm going to have to probably harvest the entire lot and get rid of the plants at the same time and see how that goes. And what's left of my nasturtium, again, this was kind of a second or third flourish until last night really, and again -4 in here. See if I can get that. There we go. -4 degrees. It's never going to be conducive to keeping plants alive, I don't think, or at least the plants you want to keep alive. But some of these will be fine. They'll come back. We'll see how things go. Right. Okay, guys. Thanks very much for coming having a look around my my plot. End of November. It's really cold. So when it comes to plants still, in fact, being able to survive, I think we're kind of limited, really. Limited to those plants that will grow in places like China and stuff like that. So I've already had a bit of a scorched earth situation on here. So I say that the last clips that I've put on this particular video, I've just been around and I've taken all the chili plants out now. Have a look at this. Okay, so everything's looking sparse. There's another couple of bin bags now I've created from the chilies, but I think what I'll do is I'll leave the chilies in those bags and then wait for them to rot down a bit, and then add them to the compost. But yeah, it's looking pretty desolate without the chili plants. Oh well. Okay, so we'll hopefully we'll get this ready for next year, and I've got a hell of a lot of chilies ready for next year, to be honest. Lots of seeds. Probably going to grow a couple of plants of each variety, but I've got a lot of varieties next year. Found a new chili seed shop called Red Dragon Seeds, based in Wales. But again, I absolutely love chilies, so I think both polytunnels will be dedicated to chilies next year, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's all for me today. Again, once again, whoever's won the chili jam, really hope that you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. All the best to you guys. Take care. Bye bye.